Hey everyone, I'm in the process of going through all my stuff and packing and repacking and sorting out things because I'm planning to, put things in storage and maybe move out. And part of that process is finding my old martial arts collection. And so I thought I'd take a moment to share that with you. My first martial art was Taekwondo, and I got my first black belt when I was 16. Then I got another black belt at Shaolin Kung Fu. So I thought I'd share this. What I'm wearing here is my first black belt. And as you see, it's gotten very short now, hasn't it? And the reason for that is because now I'm really just a fat old black belt. Well, anyways, anytime you do meet a Shaolin black belt, one of the things you see, I show you, look at the sunset we got today. Isn't that nice? So when you meet a Shaolin black belt, a lot of times you find these in their corner behind the door. Right? You got your you got a rattan staff and a white waxwood spear. And there's also a monkey cane. And yeah, it's kind of the fun of going through your old stuff. And so while I'm on this, I'm going to share with you my belt collection and a couple of things I'm going to point out 5 major styles I've studied. Da, 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 da. Now I started when I was just going on 12, and that's my very first uniform. And then before I left, that was my very last uniform. I was becoming a assistant instructor, and the next thing you'd get is a black stripe on your collar. Now I got my name on my belt, bada bing. Now in Taekwondo, normally you see is these 4 colors, but they wanted to expand their belt, so unfortunately they made the shift after I got my green belt. Otherwise I would have had a really cool camo belt right there. Darn, I miss everything. Well, then I went on to Kempo, so it's kind of like I went from a really commercial school. I mean, yeah, so let's say I don't want to say, okay, they're a McDojo because I trained there, but that's what people might say. And then the next thing is more like so this is a Taekwondo is like a street. They were trying to make it for like the military in Korea supposedly, but the very next thing down is a street martial art. That's the Chinese Kempo, like the Parker and Tracy Kempo. And so these guys are trying to teach martial arts for street fighters. And then very next thing down is Shaolin Kung Fu. Now, thing is about these belt systems is this is more of a Japanese belt system that the Shaolin system's using, and you might find in a lot of Kempo systems they have this white through green. They'll have these type of colors between their white and green, where like if you were in Jiu-Jitsu, that'd be a big deal. And then you get your green belt and then a few layers of a brown belt. With Taekwondo has the red belt before the black belt, and if it was a Kung Fu or usually in the Japanese martial arts, you don't see that belt till you're like a 9th or 10th degree black belt. So it's kind of interesting that I think they want that to represent the 4 elements, so they don't have a red belt at the top. You just get a black belt, maybe with some trim on it. I don't know. So anyways, I like the Shaolin belt system. This is kind of like a Judo belt system. Actually, a lot of this comes from Judo, really, all these type of belt systems. Now, this guy, I was training with a Kuntao Silat guy that was, if you ever heard of William de Torres, they call Uncle Bill. Instead of a belt, he uses rope. So that's the first belt you get, and you got to earn your white belt. Now, I went to this gym for just a little bit, and and I never got past my white belt. The pink belt's just a novelty belt they were selling, and in some jiu-jitsu schools, they do give a pink belt if you take their girls' class. So anyways, you guys, the very last time I earned a black belt was this one. And I kind of joke around about the fact that anyways, one of the biggest mistakes you could make as a martial arts is not stay consistent in your training, and so I say this jokingly, hey, I'm nothing but a fat old black belt. For all I know, I probably don't even deserve to wear the goddamn thing, So anyways, I've gotten out of shape. I still know a little Kung Fu, so I'm going to take this belt off. And for that matter, this is going to be the best belt promotion you get, right? So hey, I might be a fat old black belt, but in the long run, I'm really just a dirty old white belt. And that's another one of my Jokes, being a dirty old white belt, right? You're just a dirty old white belt, because if you're a dirty old white belt, that means you're not getting promoted for some reason. Yeah, that might be a reason you're not getting promoted. Anyways, you guys, and this, maybe I'll share a little bit more about these uniforms. Oh yeah, here's one I wanted to point out. See, that's the Key West Taekwondo. I started there about the age of 12, and I got my black belt about the age of 16. Maybe about the time I was 18, I'd met the guy doing the Kempo, and like I would have stayed longer, but he moved. And so I used this for a Halloween costume just for fun. I'm gonna open this up and share this. I did it incorrectly. I wanted to say revolution in Chinese because I think, you know, I'm a revolutionary. Okay, so Shaolin Kung Fu, that right there, Shaolin. See, that's Shaolin means young forest. So this is kind of like a smiley face for being young, and that's a forest. So if you think about it, it's a happy forest martial art. So young forest martial arts is what that means. And then when you get your black belt, you get one of these. That means you're now a Shaolin disciple. Now, I like this here. I wanted to point this out, you guys, because it's symbolic of when you get your black belt. It's not really the final stage in your training. It's like if you're a mountain climber and you're going to a big mountain, you've just got through the foothills. Now you're just at the base of the mountain, so it's a new beginning to get your black belt in this system. And in a lot of these Asian styles, like here in the States anyways, like Taekwondo, Kung Fu, Kempo, you're going to get your black belt in about 2 to 4 years. But if you're going over someplace like a Jiu-Jitsu school, that black belt's an average of 10 years. And I like to share this uniform. See this much more serious material there. You can grab each other and pull each other around. Now, one tribe, one vibe, SBG. You guys, I really hope I get back to this class. That is some of the best training I've had, so that's why I feel like I really appreciate all of my training and all my teachers, all my partners. But you guys, this might be one of the best belt promotions I've received. Yeah, so I haven't been in training for a little bit. When I get my shit together, I might go back to class. So I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about my martial arts life. Yeah, something I do is fun. I enjoy it. It's good therapy. It keeps you strong. And you make a lot of really good friends, and you'll know people for life. When you go to martial arts, it's a community, and it's a family. And so, you know, if you do that kind of thing, I highly recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed hearing this part of Jody journey, and I will talk to you soon.